I don't know about you, but when I jump into an edit, I don't usually come out with what I planned going into it. Let me explain. So I started this time on my computer with the idea of pumping out a couple reels, vertical posts from an event this past weekend. Then I dove into it more and more, and all it took was one shift of a song. And I started with this upbeat song that fit, and then it changed. Then I plugged in, just to test, I plugged in a little more, nice flow to it. It was just instrumental, a little prettier, a little more dramatic, had some feeling, dynamic, had some nice crescendos. It was growing to a point, and the edit completely changed. I want to show you what I came up with. And the other core piece that shifted when the music shifted was the song kind of played with my own heart. As I started with this upbeat song, and I wasn't thinking anything of it. I was thinking of just light, fun edits. And then when I just tested a new song, I started looking at this project completely differently. So this past weekend we did an event, and I got to flex some of my TV broadcasts, that side of video production, live production, flex some of those muscles a little bit. I worked with a company I used to work for full-time, Showtech. My old boss, Billy, basically donated a whole production for my older brother, who started Video Game Ministries. And I'll let the video explain more about that, but basically we met in East Tennessee. There was a massive LED wall and multiple robotic cameras, a video director, a RoboCam op, a graphics op, an audio engineer. Kind of put on a whole show to support what my brother has created. So going back to me saying shifting the music changed the mood, well, as I was hearing this music, a little more moody, a little more dramatic, I got thinking about how inspirational my older brother is and how amazing what he's doing is. I just got thinking about how proud I am to be his brother and to watch him start something from scratch with plenty of adversity, go out there and succeed and make a massive impact. Here's this clip I've been putting together. It isn't perfect. It's really just footage that was meant to be BTS and content from a weekend, but then I started grabbing screen recordings, archive footage, and just pulling together something different. That was never part of the plan, but like I said, I kind of got deep in it and didn't really want to stop. So, Jared, I love you, man. Check out this piece.
I want to take a moment for anyone maybe tuning in for the first time. What is Video Game Ministries? What does that mean? Video game pastor? That doesn't seem right. Well, I mean, it kind of does. And so as I looked into this more, I started to recognize that there was this gap between the world of the church and the parents that were there, but the advancement of technology and simply the gap between the parents, the church, and these gamers. But I knew that, man, I had so many people in ministry and so many students that I got to serve that loved video games. Which for me growing up, I didn't really tell people that I played Pokemon or any sort of video game. I played soccer my whole life, so I told people, yeah, I'm a soccer player, because that's cool. Well, kind of cool. It's cooler now than it was in the 90s and early 2000s, but gaming, you didn't talk about gaming. And I recognized this as a kid, and I recognize this now, but as esports is on the rise, the largest sports industry right now is esports. Video games, there's over 3 billion people who are playing video games. But when I looked at the Tony Dungy's of the world, you know what, I'll speak in soccer terms. When I looked at Kaká and Roberto Firmino and Alisson, all Brazilian, but all phenomenal Christians speaking in churches and sharing their testimony. But I looked at the video game space and I thought, oh, where are they? So we got to fill that gap. And so now, after 2 years of video game ministries, we have a YouTube expression that is growing almost to 1,000 subscribers. We stream every single weekday at 7:30. We do Bible studies there on YouTube. We pray on YouTube. We do all of these different things using YouTube as our platform. We have after-school programs at a couple of different schools in South Florida, which again utilize video games that kids play to share Bible lessons that they can learn from the Bible and learn in game and apply to their life. We are launching esports leagues next year, a way to take coaching and pastoring and mentoring and bring it to the relevance of esports.